up guys, welcome back, it's Matt here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 Android apps of April for 2017, so let's go head on into it. The first app up is called Pixbars. So this is an app made by Urisoft. It allows you to monitor your RAM usage, your processor usage, your battery level, and things like that by using a colored bar across your status bar. So as you can see right at the top there's this colored bar. And if I click on the thing that I have toggled on, for example my battery level, I can actually go ahead and change the color by dragging this slider along the top. Now I can also choose whether it shows the level in the notification pull down as well as actually in the status bar as a little icon. However, for me they just make my phone look cluttered and I have enough notifications as it is, so I tend to just turn that off. You can also change the line thickness and you can actually change the offset. So you could potentially have your whole status bar as the color, but for me I just prefer the line at the top. I just personally like it a little bit better, and overall it just doesn't really take up as much screen as the other one, so I really like it just like that. You can also change your refresh rate time at the bottom, but keep in mind the shorter the time is, the more power you're going to use on your device, because it's going to be constantly checking to see how much battery level you have or your processing power or whatever you have toggled on. So make sure you put it to a reasonable level, but it's a really cool app nonetheless. Okay, so the next app up is called Today Weather Forecast. So yep, you guessed it, is another weather app, but this one's slightly different. It's really minimal and sleek, and overall the design looks super simple, but it gives you a lot more information than many other weather apps out there. So as you can see, I have two locations set up right now, but if I go into the side here, I can simply add another one. So I'm going to go ahead and add Las Vegas, as I'm actually going there this summer, so it'd be good to check out the weather before I go. So you can simply go ahead and type it in, click the one you want, and it adds on the side here. Now you can also remove them, and you can actually switch between locations by swiping left or right, so you don't actually have to go into this menu in the side here. But when you're looking at your location selected, you get the time, as well as the current temperature, your highs, your lows, as well as the location itself, and it gives you a little bit more information. But you can scroll down and it gives you a whole lot more detail. And you can actually see what the temperature actually feels like, your humidity levels, your wind speed, your UV index, and a bunch of different stuff like that. And then further down you have your hourly forecast for the next 24 hours, and underneath that you actually have the next 7 days. So it does give you a lot of detail. You can scroll down even more, and it actually tells you how clean the air is, which is really cool. And you can also see when the sun is going to rise and set, which is actually really handy to have if you're into golf. And then right at the bottom here we have a map of the location, and if you click on that you can actually see a live radar which shows you the pressure changes live, so you can actually see whether it's going to rain or not, which is really cool. And it just gives you a little bit more features, a little bit more functionality, and overall the app is minimal as it is, so adding this sort of stuff in really doesn't make it look more cluttered. So I really do like the design choice of this. It's a great weather app. You get some more options. You can also display live weather in the notification pull down. And you can also add your own image and share it to your friends. Say you're going somewhere on a trip or to see something like a show or something like that, you can simply pin in the location with a picture of your choice and send it to them. So that's pretty cool, and overall I think it's a great weather app. Definitely go check it out, and the link will be down below. Okay, so the next app up is called Cursor Control. This one allows you to control your text cursor via the volume rocker. Now you can select the apps that you want this functionality to take effect in, or you can simply enable it on every app, but right now I have it enabled in Maps and YouTube. Keep in mind it doesn't interfere with altering volume when you're watching YouTube videos. It only starts to work when your keyboard is open, so when you press the volume rocker when the keyboard is not open, it will simply act as your normal volume switch. But as you can see right now, I'm actually going back through the sentence I've typed using the volume keys. So this is really handy. It gives you a lot more precision, and overall it's a lot easier than just randomly tapping and trying to drag the little cursor across to where you want it. Overall it's really good for me because I make a ton of mistakes when typing, so I can easily go back and change the text to what I want it to be. Now it's hard to show behind a camera because obviously I'm looking through the viewfinder, but when I have it in my hand, trust me, it's a lot faster just to simply click the volume rocker. My thumb naturally sits on the volume down, so it does make it a whole lot easier to go back. I can simply just click it in. Okay, so the app up next is called Sweatcoin. This one is really good if you guys want to shift some weight, but you also want to earn some cash while doing so. This one actually pays you for walking, so when you're out and about taking steps, you'll actually get money for that. So you make your own account up, you can follow me if you want, I'll leave a link in the description, and that will actually give me some bonus points. So if you want to go do that, I would definitely appreciate it. But this app is really cool. The actual design of the app is really aesthetically pleasing, it's really minimal, I really like using it, and also it gives you some great functionality. So you can actually go ahead and buy stuff using the coins you earn from walking. So from walking, I could actually buy a Samsung Gear VR headset, or I could buy a watch, I could buy some medical stuff, I could buy some waterproof speakers, stuff like that, or I could buy a pair of jeans, so why not? You can actually get a whole lot of stuff within this app, and the products are limited, but they do change daily, so when you actually earn the right amount of money, you might not actually be able to get the product that you wanted in the first place, but if you wait around a while, it should come back, or there might be a better choice. It's definitely a really good app, and I go out walking anyway. It doesn't use too much battery life, so I definitely recommend it. Okay, so the next app up is called Volume Slider. This one allows you to set up 4 sliders, 2 on each side of the screen, and it allows you to assign things like your ringtone volume, your notification volume, media, or brightness, and you can simply move the sliders up and down in order to adjust those. So the thing that's really useful for me is that I use my device one-handed, and considering it's quite large, I can't reach the volume rocker with one hand. So I simply slide my thumb up and down on the right hand side, and that can change the volume for me. Now you could also use this for brightness. If you can't reach the top of your phone, you can simply go ahead and swipe up the right side. So I really think this is useful. I don't have the premium version, so I only have one slider, but for me it's enough and it's still useful. So if I click over here, you can actually get some more options. You can make the slider more sensitive, you can make it wider, and you can also display a notification to show the app is running. But for me, I don't really like any of that stuff, and it's good enough how it comes. Okay, so the next app up is called Highbox for Zooper. This is a Zooper widget add-on, which is a premium app, however, it is really worth it because the widgets look insane. Now, this add-on also has some really cool wallpapers in it, and I'm actually using the purple one you see right there. If you don't want to get this app, I'll also leave a link down below to the wallpaper, but it's definitely worth it. This is the widget you get. You can choose a bunch of different fonts, and I've edited it quite a bit because I don't really need all the information it gives you. For me, I only want the time and the date and the month. I don't need any of the stuff in the middle about weather or anything like that. So as you can see, I've taken out that middle chunk there, but I don't really want that. You can also change your colors around if you want as well, so it can contrast nicely with your home screen. Overall though, it's really minimal and nice, and I really do like this app. It just spices up your home screen, and I really do like it a lot. So if you're looking for a new widget, definitely go ahead and check this out. Okay, so up next is rounded corners. So as you've seen probably on the Samsung Galaxy S8 or the LG G6, a lot of these new phones are having rounded corners. So if you want that look on your device, this app simply gives you that. So you can change the radius of the corners to make it more curved or less to your taste. You can also change the style of the curve, so you can add these little picture frame effects and stuff. But for me, I really don't like those. I just like the natural curved edges like they have on the new phones. If you have a colored device like red or blue or something, you can also choose colored corners, which fit in nicely with your device, but for me, it doesn't really work so well on gold. You can change whether the curved corners display in all 4, or you can have just 2, or you can individually select which ones you want. It's really cool if you want that look on your older device. Definitely go check it out. Okay, so up next is Elegance UI. This is also something to do with the new phones. This is the Samsung Galaxy S8 icon pack. So if you're really looking for that theme right now, you want to make your S7 Edge look like a Samsung Galaxy S8, definitely go ahead and pick up this icon pack. There's some really nice, clean, minimal icons in here. You also have some S8 wallpapers, and overall, this is how it looks. Now, this icon pack has just come out, so they don't have a whole bunch of icons right now. And overall, there's an icon for most of my apps, so it's fine for me. Okay, so up next is a wallpaper app called Wallzy. This is a really minimal app that has some crazy hot wallpapers. They've got some super high quality minimal wallpapers, and really they are all of my taste. I really find it difficult to pick one because they're so damn cool. Now they also have a customization mode, so you can actually add your own text like your name, and you can change the color, the font, the size, all the good stuff like that. But it's definitely a really cool app. For me, I don't really like the name there, I just like to keep it simple, but it's your choice. Now this is also really cool if you have AMOLED devices because they have a whole group of wallpapers specifically designed to have loads of black in them, which means your pixels will be switched off, and therefore you're going to save power. So definitely go ahead and check this wallpaper out. Okay, so up next is Screen Stream. So this one simply allows you to type in a URL into your browser, and you can stream your Android device's screen directly to the browser. So it works in any browser as long as you're on the same network. All you do is hit Start Stream and you're good to go. Now you have some settings, you can change your color, your bit rate, your port number and stuff like that, but it works fine as it is. All you have to do is hit Start Stream and you're good to go. Anyway guys, that is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Peace out guys.